So number one, you don't only turn your car in second gear. So when you're changing down, you don't necessarily have to always change down to two. Like you can turn in the third gear, for example. I mean, we learned this in unfortunately, at the driving school, we are taught to change down to two, but you don't necessarily always have to change down to two if you are not taking a sharp turn. Number two, knowing how to turn on the lights, because you're not always going to drive during the day. If there's one thing I learned is that you always drive during the day when you have your driving lessons. So then the day that you're going to have to drive at night, or you go somewhere and you're not expecting to leave late, now it's the first time that you have to turn on the lights, and maybe your car is not on auto lights. Now you're going to have to manually put your headlights on. So you need to know how to do that. Number three is you need to know how to unlock your steering wheel when it's locked, so that you don't have to call your father or your uncle who's in Mpumalanga and you are in Cape Town. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then I don't know what number I'm on, but another tip is the way that you hold your steering wheel. You are taught to do quarter to, quarter past, 10 to, 10 past, all of that. It's really not ideal. In normal driving conditions, this is now not a lesson anymore. You are driving in real life. So quarter to, quarter past, to be honest, it slows you down. You don't have the flexibility to move and feel in control of your car. So learn to just hold your steering wheel in a comfortable position for you. What matters is that you need two hands on the steering wheel, unless of course in between, when you are changing, your one hand maybe on the gear stick because you are changing gears and all of that. But otherwise, you just need to know that as long as you've got both hands on the steering wheel, you should be fine.
Thank you, my beautiful sister. She's giving us tips, and that's exactly why I am creating content on this channel, so that we can share the little we know, so that we can help those who recently, getting their driver's license, those who recently got their learner's, license, so that they will know some of these things that they should know, so that they can drive better. I've seen many people still having the habit of the lessons that they got when they were in driving school, and they end up getting themselves into accidents, unnecessary accidents, simply because of they want to do everything the way they were taught in driving school, not knowing that you need to be comfortable when you're driving. Some of the stuff you did them in driving school simply because of you had to follow the laws, or you have to follow how things are done, so that the examiner can give you points and end up passing your driving test. But once you're done, just obey rules of the road and obey road signs, know your controls, and drive safely. Accidents happen all the time, simply because of the person is at war with themselves. They don't know if they should leave this other steering wheel with his hand and change the gear, or it's just a mess. And also she mentioned the issue of the lights. I've seen many people who used to drive during the day. When it's at night, they even struggle to keep their cars on their lane. And I've seen people who can drive a bit of a distance, not even realizing that their lights are not on. And also there are those who still drive with a bright light in a space whereby they can easily drive nicely using dim light, whereby they can also think about other drivers or the incoming traffic. You're using bright where you don't have to use bright. That other person visibility become reduced, and the person might end up being involved in an accident simply because of you don't know how to control your lights. Yes, we're driving vehicles whereby right now, you might leave it on auto. You just go to the vehicle, switch the ignition, and start driving. And if it's dark outside, automatically your lights will be on. And sometimes you move them from auto to bright simply because of where you were driving, you needed that bright. so that you can see. Maybe you were driving in a road or a place whereby it's very dark, it has, and you have to see where you're driving, because you don't want to be caught off guard. Be shocked when there is just a goat that you didn't even, you know what I'm saying? So you need to see it so that you can decide and be on the safe side. And we have to give credit, man, when people are doing this kind of content to educate and to make sure that they save lives. Because my beautiful brothers and sisters, after watching this type of videos, they will know the do's and don'ts, and they will know that certain things are not even necessary. So people sometimes get into trouble trying to do things that they were taught when they're at driving school. And that's why when people are used to driving, you will see them even driving with one hand or by kipipigo, which is something that we don't recommend. But the more you're driving, the more you are going to get used to the vehicle, and you're going to feel free and you'll be comfortable when you're driving, that vehicle. And I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. I just wanted to make sure that I also have this video in the list of videos that I'm putting out there, so that you guys can be educated and you guys can learn a thing or two. I don't know if I missed something, but wherever I miss anything, you can just also write in the comment section, so that we can all have a dialogue. We can all have, that exchange of information, and we can learn. I always say, complaining about what we don't know, man, it's just a waste of time. Sharing what we know is better than complaining about what we don't know. And I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Thank you.